machine gun. They were unlikely to kill anyone over there, but nonetheless, bullets did go inside people's apartments on that side. The Israelis fired back with heavier weapons. And one morning, they came to a friend who lives on there, who sells wedding dresses. And he said, have a look at this. And he showed me a bullet in his refrigerator, which had come through the window and gone right through the apartment and lodged in his refrigerator. And I said, that's terrible. And he said, oh yeah, come and look at this. And we went to the other end of his apartment, and there was a big hole in the wall, about that big, from a tank shell. Because the previous night, the gunman had come to his roof. Now that's the side of it that you would see in the international media, because it was easy to cover. It's easy to write about that. You say, okay, that's a settlement, the gunman shoot at it, then the Israelis shoot back, and bang. So that's really what was written about. But what was also going on was that the gunmen, because they were from this Muslim area, a village called Tekoa over the other side, didn't really care about the Palestinian Christians who were living here. So they would go on top of these houses and fire, and when the Israelis destroyed them, they didn't care. In fact, even perhaps a little worse than that, they thought, okay, that's fine, because they believed that the Christians were linked to the West, because of course the churches are all Rome or Istanbul or Moscow, they're based, not committed to the resistance. There was only one of the many gunmen who were killed. There was only one who was a Christian. He was a guy from Bet Sahur. Compared to, as I mentioned, all Walid's friends who all died or were in jail. So the tension increased. I also mentioned that the Palestinian Christians tended to be businessmen, tended to have a little more money, and so they became the subject of racketeering, in other words, gangsters. The way that worked is, if you're a